Hi everybody, welcome to a new project, finally. I am sorry I have been absent. Very excited to be back recording. Just had a bunch of things happen all at once. I'll just give you a quick rundown. I was ill for a couple of weeks, nothing serious, but I just didn't feel up to recording. And then I was given a temporary assignment at work that ate up a whole lot of time. And then I had unexpected visitors come out of town, from out of town, my family. I was super excited about that. So that's not a bad thing, but it just took up some time. But anyway, I am back. I will have already recorded the walkthrough. I don't have the covers of the albums I'm using to show you, the paper, because I've cut them already. But I did do a haul with the spring collections, and you can see them. And let me just see if I have, hang on, if I have anything, I'm trying to see if I have anything I didn't cut that I could show you. Because I tried to be organized. Well, hang on. Well, I have these, so I can show you that. This is Stamperia Daydream. I had one 12 by 12 and one 8 by 8. And then there is a companion collection that you can get in either the pink or the blue. And I have the pink. And I have one 12 by 12 of that and one 8 by 8 of that. And then I have this rice paper as well. And again, you could see all of this in my haul. And you will have hopefully seen the walkthrough. If you haven't, just go ahead and look for that. So, as you can see, I have everything in this envelope. Again, there is a walkthrough, but just in case, we are doing 8 by 6 pages. This is a take on my Alice album that I did. It's not exactly the same, but it's the same idea, where we are going to put a pocket, a 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 pocket, 6 1/4, 4 1/4, on every single page with an insert. And I'm going to use my Graphic 45 folder die for that, but you can use whatever you like. I'm looking to see if it's handy. It should be right here. There it is. Oh, it's behind a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I'll have it linked down below. Anyway, but so that all of the pages are going to be the same in terms of they're all going to be that size. They're all going to have the pocket on them. But then what we put on the pocket, every pocket is going to be different. So hopefully that'll make sense. It should make more sense as we go along. However, because of that, because every single page is going to have this pocket, they all need to have a base mat before we can put that decoration on. So that's one reason I've already pre-cut all the mats, or most of the mats. Now, the other thing to bear in mind, and I will try to remember to mention it in the walkthrough, is, again, I had two 12 by 12s, one of the backgrounds, one of the regular pattern paper, and two 8 by 8s, one of the backgrounds, one of the pattern paper. I am not fully done cutting out mats, and obviously I haven't made the cover yet. I'm going to be really, really stretching it to have enough paper to do this. It's a big album. If I were you, I would probably get at least one more 8 by 8 of the pattern paper. Not the background, but the patterns. But up to you. I'm going to make this work somehow. So anyway, white cardstock. There will be a cutting guide. I've already made all of the base pages except this one, but it's going to be 8 1/2 this way by 6. Okay, score one end at 1/2 inch and trim your corners, as you can see, and then tape. And you're going to do that. You're going to need 6 pages. This album has 6 pages. So you're going to need 12 pieces. And again, that'll be in the cutting guide. And we are going to... These are all the same, so you can go ahead and make all 6 of these to start with. So here is the tab folded over. And we are just going to put these, so we have tab at the top, tab at the bottom, and just put them facing so the tabs are sandwiched between. And then we are going to just match up the corner there. Just like that. And then repeat at the other end. And I know I always apologize every time for pulling those off camera to line up my corners, but if you're new, I don't see very well, so I sometimes have to pull things close to you. Okay, there we go. Grab that. Okay. So for page 1, I am using this piece here, which is from the 12 by 12, and I am not inking this. I kind of want a crisp look. I don't know how much I talked about it in the walkthrough, but my original thought was that this was going to be a baby book, and I still think it's a good baby book. So that's where I decided on doing 12 pages. And I actually got some calendar paper I was going to use, but then it occurred to me that that didn't make any sense at all because, unless you happen to have a January baby, although I suppose you could. But if you want to make it before you have your baby, most people are not 100% sure what month their baby is going to be born in. So you may have a pretty good idea, but as we all know, babies have a way of doing what they want. But anyway, so I'm not going to use those calendar pieces after all. However, one way you could use those calendar pieces, and this paper would lend itself very well, is if you just wanted to do the year in your child's life from January to December or whatever year you want, 12-month period. Because while this is a child's paper, it's not strictly an infant paper. So you definitely could do, I'm just checking because I feel like I need more glue there. You could do a toddler. I think maybe anything over about 4 or 5, it's probably a little young, but I guess that's good. Okay, so there is that. And, okay, so this is going to be our pocket. And it is 4 3/4 by 7 1/4. And you're going to need 12 of these as well. So score top, bottom, and one side. And it doesn't really matter because you can turn them however you want. This one I want facing this way because this is page 1, so the hinge is here. And this is going to go in like this. Hang on, I just got distracted. Okay, sorry. I heard something outside. I'm expecting a delivery today, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't that. I didn't want to miss it. When I moved, some of you may remember, I downsized my home. It'll be 2 years in August. And hard to believe. Wow. But anyway, in that house, my first, not my first house, but my last house that I was living in, I had a big eat-in kitchen and I had a big dining room. And I had a lot of family dinners. And I had great big tables, dining tables, in both of them. Well, neither one was going to fit in this house, so I got rid of those. And then when I moved here, I didn't know what I wanted, so I bought temporarily just a little square cheap table, or I think it's a rectangle, off of Amazon. I think I paid $99 for it. And I was like, well, this will do for now, and then I'll get what I want. So 2 years later almost, I finally ordered a table, a little round table. Okay, so then I'm just putting the longer side on top of the 2 short sides. And I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I'm pulling out some rulers here. They don't all have to be exact. I mean, you could eyeball all of them, and that's probably honestly what I'll end up doing down the road, but they're going to be an inch up from the bottom, give or take. I don't know. I think I may just eyeball. Maybe just make sure I put them, I don't think they're an inch. I think they're 3/4 of an inch in from the sides. I think that's how I'm going to do it. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I've got a clear ruler, and I think what I'm going to do is just lay the 3/4 inch mark down on the edge and use that, because I don't care if they're not perfectly centered top to bottom. I just want to make sure that they're straight on the page, and that'll help me do that. Okay, so that's going to go there. Now, before we do that, what we're going to put on this page is actually a second pocket that's going to sit on top of that. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mat it with this stripe, which is from the backgrounds, and this cut apart, which is from the 12 by 12s. And I want to cut out this oval, which you don't have to do, but I think I'm going to, so that whatever goes in the pocket is going to show through. You could also line it with vellum, and normally that's exactly what I would do. But this is the first page that you're going to see when you open the book. So I think it'd be a great spot for a nice photo of the child that you're making this book for. And we don't want to hide it with vellum. You don't want to have to pull it out to see it. On another page, that would be fine with me. But this is basically the title page. So let's see. I think the easiest thing to do is going to be to glue this on first onto this mat. So let's do that. I don't know why I glued the middle, because the middle is going to get cut out. Okay, get that. So I really didn't have to do that. Although actually it's probably a good idea, because you don't want it separating around there. So glue there. Okay. Then we need to decide, do we want to cut through all these layers at once, or should we cut this out and then cut that out? I think I want to do it in one step, which is probably a terrible idea, but I'll let you know as I go if I regret my decision. Okay, so then this. Is going here. And I'm just picking it up so I can see it. It's hard to see a little bit. Okay. I think that's reasonably straight. I can't be 100% sure because I can hardly see it, but I think it is. I really, really need to go back to my ophthalmologist. Things appear to be getting a little worse, but that's to be expected, so. And I think I want to let that dry for a minute before we cut it. Put that there. I put everything in envelopes this time. I'm trying to be a little more organized. So let me grab the envelope for page 2. And I'm gonna let's just glue the mat on the other side of the base for page 2. And this is going to be this little polka dot, which is from, this is from the 8x8. This is not from the backgrounds. And you know what, let me double check which side of this I was planning on using. I'm pretty sure I was going to use the pink. Not that it matters that much, but let's do that. And we're just doing this to give ourselves a minute for that to dry. At least dry a little bit. It doesn't have to be fully dry, but okay, there we go. Now, all right, what I am going to do, and if you're going to do this, I want you to be very, very careful. So you have two options, actually. You could have used a different paper here than this. I wouldn't use this if you're going to use option 1. Just some sort of solid. If you have a Sizzix or something like that, or I don't know. I mean, I have a silhouette, but I don't know if it would cut through this thick. I guess it might. But in any event, you could just use a die or your die cutting machine or whatever to cut this. But I'm going to operate on the assumption that not everybody has that. I'm going to operate on the assumption we don't all have those. I happen to, but... So I am going to use a craft knife. If you are going to use a craft knife, be extremely careful with it. They are sharp and you could cut yourself. If you are not an adult, make sure you get an adult to do this for you. I am using a self-healing cutting mat here. You could use a glass mat, which I also have right under here. I love my glass mat. The only reason I don't have it out when I'm recording is because of the glare, but I adore my glass mat. But anyway, I am going to cut this out right along this line here, which I am not going to do on camera because I will literally have to put my nose like 2 inches from this to see it. And nobody needs to see the back of my head for 10 minutes while I do that. So just take your time and cut through all the layers. You may need to make multiple cuts to get it to go through, and be extremely careful with the blade. If you are not comfortable with the blade and you don't have the other option, don't cut it out. Just use a, just glue a picture on here. It'll be perfectly fine, okay? Your other option would be to get a pair of scissors, you can just cut a big hole in the middle here because you're not using this part, and then use your scissors to cut it out, or cut out the square part if that's easier. So you have a bunch of different options. So I will be right back after I cut this out, and we'll keep going. Okay, I have cut that out. I probably took, 5 or 6 passes, just gradually making deeper and deeper cuts. You don't want to go too deep with your knife because it makes it harder to go around the curves. Okay, now one thing you can do if you want, I am not going to, is you could mat this and then put this down so that when the picture is not in it, there's something there. I'm not going to do that at this point. I'm somewhat short on paper, so I'm going to leave it. The idea is the photo that's going in here is what's going to show through, so it doesn't really need anything. So again, we want the opening to be on our right, and then we're just going to lay this right on top. So we are going to do the same thing we did before, which is we're going to put the bottom tab on top of the side tabs. Okay. I'm just going to turn that over. Okay. It's cute. And that is going to go there. So first thing I'm going to do is adhere, as I said, the bottom to the sides. That. And then we're going to attach it at the bottom. It's the same width as the piece that's going on. Same height, it's the same size, same finished size. Just going to do that, and then what I'm doing here is I'm going to line up this side and pull this one off. Okay. And then we are going to do the same on this side. Okay, so now we have our little frame that your photo will slide in the top, and then this is going to have an insert that goes this way. So we are going to put this here, and let's make sure our clouds are right side up. This is going to go there. And again, I am going to take this clear ruler. I am going to put the 3/4 inch mark along the edge like that, and then I am going to place, let's see, that is right there as I want. Like I said, I want it, I don't really worry too much about the top and bottom not being the same, but I don't want it crooked on the page. And that looks good. That's going to work. Okay. So then I'm just going to pull that, and then we need to pull this one off. Okay. Perfect. Yes, I am happy with that. Okay, so that is page 1. Page 2, we've already put down our pink mat. And let me pull out what we need for page 2. Okay, so page 2, what is that? Hang on. I have, what is, oh, hang on. I have an extra piece. What is that for? It's been a while, pardon me, since I actually designed this book. So I need to refer back. I designed the book and cut out the pieces weeks ago. But as I said, it just wasn't feeling... Okay, now I remember what I'm doing. Sorry. I was not feeling up to recording it. And what I should have done was waited to put this mat down. I will try to remember to tell you guys, because we're putting a belly band, and that should have gone underneath this mat. But that's okay, because I will come up with a solution for hiding that if I have to, although I don't really have to. Okay, there we go. And again, I will have a cutting guide with all of the measurements, but this, I always give them anyway, is going to be 9 by 2. And this should have gone down before that, but it'll be fine. so since this is 2, let me get this out of the way. That means I'm going to have 2 inches on either side of it, because this is 6 inches. So I am just going to put that right there. Yep, that is good. Okay. It's a little tall, but that's all right. And as you can see, I cut this off of the cover to go here. And we can go ahead and do that. So if you are following along, and at the point where I turned this over and put that mat down, you could just go ahead and put this belly band down and then the mat, and then go back to what we were just doing. Okay. That is so cute. Okay. Now again, we have our pocket that's going to sit on top of it. But because the pocket is not going on the base, we need to close the pocket. So, find my piece. Here it is. So let's do that first. So here's our pocket piece, same size as all the other pocket pieces, which you will have in the cutting guide. This is going to be 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, which is the finished size. Close that. Okay. So let's go ahead. My nails are a hot mess. Sorry about that. I was out gardening this morning. We're at that time of the year where it gets very, very hot as the day goes on. So I like to get everything done outside early. And again, I am putting that there and then there. Now, this one, I am going to want to face this way when we put it down, because this is the hinge. The page is going to go this way. It'll be a lot easier to get things in and out if it's facing outward. So remember that all through the book. If you see me accidentally putting one down incorrectly, you put yours the right way. So what I am doing now is I am going to just glue this here, matching up my corners, just like that. Right there. Okay, so now this will be able to sit on here and still be a pocket, but also allow you to put things in and out of the belly band. Okay, now to decorate this, we are going to put an envelope, but we're going to make the envelope ourselves. So I have got a piece, 7 1/4 by 8. It is scored at 3/4 inch and 5 inch. So this is the 8 inch here. You're going to score it at 3/4 inch and 5 inches. I'm going to turn it and score it at 1/2 and 1/2. Okay. And then I want to get it clear in my mind what I am doing. We are going to remove. You're going to keep your 1/2 inch tabs here. Okay. But we are going to remove them here. Okay, so we're going to remove these like that, but we're going to keep them down here. So let me grab a bigger pair of scissors. And what I am going to do we can cut here because this is going to be a corner. We can cut here like that. Then you want to cut in. This is forming a cross right here. So you want to cut into right where they cross. Just like that. And then you're going to cut down. And when you get to the next little cross area, just angle in. Okay? And then we can do it opposite on this side. Angle to where they cross, straight down. And angle. Okay. There we go. So then we're going to fold that up. Fold these in. We want to put our tape. Probably should have taped them before I cut angles on them, but that's okay. You could use glue as well. I always use tape because it's quick when I'm demonstrating. And then we're going to fold that in as well. Okay. So this is just going to go up like that. That'll be an envelope. And let's go ahead and put some tape to achieve that. You know what? Maybe I'll just glue it. I'm just going to glue it. It's a little one. Well, I think my little one is jammed, probably because I haven't used it in a month. Use that one. Yeah, it's not like I've been sitting here, crafting and not sharing with you. I haven't done any crafting at all. Well, for the first 2 weeks I didn't feel up to it, and then I just was so busy. Okay, here we go. Grab that one. And I always like to use this little flexible green ruler. Well, it's not a green ruler. I think of it as a green ruler because it has my little green ribbon on it, but little flexible steel ruler is great for that. Okay, so then what's going to happen is we are going to glue that right there, and then that'll be be a flap. Hang on. It's a tight. No, it's good. I was thinking it was long, but it's not. I just didn't have it lined up well. So that's going to go there and open. And I think we should go ahead and do that. And what I'm going to do is put a piece of tape. I think in this case, I'm going to put the tape here, right on. Let me make sure I'm using the correct side of this envelope, the closed side of this, or the pocket, I should say. And I'm just going to put the tape right there. Then I'm going to put a piece of tape on here. I don't know why I'm doing white on white. That's pretty dumb. There we go. So this is going to go here like that. Okay. So I think I'm going to remove this tape first and line this up. Like that, okay. And then we can just sort of reach under here and peel away this other piece of tape. that's lifted up. Did I? Hang on. Oh, I didn't get all the tape out. Oh, that's better. Okay. All right, so we have our pocket here, envelope here, like that. And then I have, let's see, I think that was going to go there. That is going to go there. I didn't pick anything for that because I figured later on I'll come back with a scrap of some sort and put that there. And then this is going to go here. Isn't she cute? Okay, let's go ahead and do that. I'll do the, might as well do her first. She's a little small because, as I recall, there was something that if I cut it any bigger, top to bottom was going to show or something. I can't remember now. Like I said, I've had all this cut out for quite some time. There we go. That is cute. Now, before I do this, I think I want a magnet. So let's go ahead and do that. Company I buy my magnets from probably going to wonder what happened to me. I usually order magnets every month. Okay, go. Go. Right there. Cute. Okay. Okay, so this is going to go here. Now, I mentioned that I feel like I'm quite short of paper. I'll have a better idea and we'll tell you at the walkthrough, but if you don't want to get an extra 8x8 or 12x12 or something, you could get just some solid pastel cardstock to stretch. I don't really have any. I had some pink, but I used it all up in a project. But that would work as well as a way to stretch. I feel like I just cut these mats small, and I don't know why, but I'm not going to worry about it because I definitely don't have enough paper to recut them, so it is what it is. I cut my mats an 1/8 inch smaller than the space where they're going. I used to cut them a 1/4 inch smaller, which looks fine as long as you're consistent. But Daphne at Scrap and Create, and this is a project for Scrap and Create, by the way. I think I didn't mention that right at the beginning. And you can get all your supplies there, and they will all be linked down below. But anyway, I was watching one of Daphne's videos, and this was a long time ago, And she does the 1/8 inch, and I just really like the way that looked, so I started doing mine 1/8 inch. Now I feel like I really need to figure out why this little bottle is not dispensing, because I need to get some glue up under there. Hang on a second. Okay, I think I declogged it. So now I can get in there. Get a little extra glue. I think it's because I have that bump where the envelope flap thingy is. Okay, there we go. All right. So that goes like that, and then this assembly is going to get centered on here. And I think, I'm trying to decide how I want to do that. Do I want to use tape or do I want to use glue? I think probably glue is going to be my best bet. So what I am going to do is, my watch would like me to stand, is mark the center. Well, this is actually not 2 inches. It's 1 and, no, it is 2 inches. Okay. So I need to come in. This is, hang on, this is 4 1/4. So if I come in 1 1/8 and 1 1/8, right, that should be 2. Okay. So 1 1/8 there, 1 1/8 there. None of this is going to be visible, of course. Let me get that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So I am just marking there. Obviously something's not right there. Oh, I'm on the wrong line. That's what it is. Okay. There. And I'm just going to put glue in between. Before I put this down, I'm just going to spread this a little bit at the edges because I don't want it to seep out and cause me problems down the road. Okay. And let's make sure that it is right side up. Sure it is straight. Okay, and then that's going to go like that. Okay, pages 1 and 2 done. Okay, hang on, I'm going to grab all the stuff for 3 and 4. I'll be right back. My battery is dying, but let's see if we can knock out another page. So for this, we're going to need another base, which we have right there, and a pocket. So that's the same pocket that we've been using all along. And then we're going to have 2 flaps. And again, these will be in the cutting guide, but they are 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. We need 2 of those. And what we're going to do on this page, and this page is on the right side of the book. So we want this facing this way. And then on top of that, we're going to do a double flap opening this way. But what we're going to do for this, and I've got my mats, maybe some of them, pardon me, I got a tickle. We are going to do a split mat like that, 2 different ones. And yeah, those are the ones I want to use. Okay. So for this, I just cut 2 mats, the correct size, and cut them in half diagonally, and then the other 2 pieces we'll use elsewhere. So let me go ahead and put these down first. Okay. And then this one. Just make sure that that's down. Okay. And that's going to go like that. Yeah, that way. Glue on my finger. Okay. Just make sure with these that you get glue right down onto the points. Maybe not that much glue. I'm just going to spread that out so it's right into the points, and then you're just going to line up your cut edges. You should be good to go. Just thinking, I don't want the stripes on the bottom, so I'm going to turn that like that. Okay, and then this is going to go here facing to the right. Now this one, I want to make sure, hang on, okay, so just pull back the tape from the corner, and I'm going to put my 3/4 mark on the edge. I think that's on the edge, not really sure, but I think so. Hang on, let me just slide this forward so you can actually see it. That will probably help. I won't be able to see it, but you will. All right, so I'm guessing that my 3/4 inch. Hang on. I don't want to guess, so I'm going to make sure. Yikes. All right, I think that's it. All right. And then I want to line this corner up where these match, if I can. I don't think it's going to work. Hang on, let me turn it this way. Because I think if I do that, I can do one or the other, but not both. So I think I'm not going to do either. I'll just try to center it. I think that would have only worked if this was a square. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. a little bit to the left, but it is what it is. Okay. Get rid of some of these. And then we have 2 flaps. So I've just got that matched up with my pocket like that. Oops. I'm going to drop that. And then the second one. Now with this you have some options. Just looking, why do I only have one mat cut for this? That's strange. I thought I cut all my mats. I guess I didn't. Okay, so your option, you could put this here. If you do that, you're going to have to trim a little bit, though, to make it close. So what I'm going to do is put it here so that it sort of opens accordion style, which you will see. Okay, so I'm just matching this with this raw edge of the flap we just put down. So it's going to open this way, okay? So we need magnets. And let's see. I think I'm going to need 4 for this. And of course you could use ties, you know, ribbons or something like that, which would certainly be suitable for a little girl album. But all right, so let me set 2 of these aside. And tape it. Yeah, because I'm gonna want one here and here, and then this one there. Okay, just getting that clear in my mind. That's going to go there. And you know what? Let me grab a scrap to put in there so that that stays. Okay. And then the other one I want here. There. Oops, my battery's flashing. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so while I was waiting for that to charge, so this is page 1, page 2, page 3. This is when we were just doing, all I did was glue down this mat. And I remembered that the reason I hadn't picked out mats for this inside area is I knew I was going to be tight with paper, and I thought, well, that's where photos are going to go. So, I mean, I will mat, especially where we have magnets in there, but it may just be some sort of plain paper. I haven't decided. Okay, so we're going to do the back of this page, which will be page 4. And for that, we have... I'm going to need that. That's why I have that out. All right, so I chose that for the background, I think. Yeah, that for the background. And here is our pocket. And this pocket is going to face, yes, this pocket's going to face to the right. I'm going to put a vellum pocket on top of it. So this is going to be an easy one for us to do. So let's go ahead and glue down this mat. And we want to be careful because it has words on it. We want to make sure we put it right side up. I think I need a little bit more. I always put too much glue. Okay. Ooh, that is high. Let's see if I can slide that down a little bit. I don't know, I feel like maybe I just cut that long, but that's okay. What do I do with this? You know what? This is an 8-inch. This is from the 8x8. And I think I cut my width and I never cut the lengths because it's exactly 8. So, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. What I do want though, I don't know what I did with my baby wipe. And my package of baby wipes is empty. What do I do with it? I think I threw it out. I was cleaning up the desk. Hang on. Okay, I have some more, but they're not dry. I use these CVS ones. Right, I'm just going to put this over here to dry, not on my desk. Okay. There we go. All right, so there's that. And this is going to be the mat for this pocket. Again, all the pockets are the same size. There is a cutting guide linked down below, as well as the list of all of the materials and the link to Scrap and Create, so you can get your supplies. Looks like I need to trim a little there. Sometimes if you don't trim all the way to the corner, you get a little... There we go. Okay. And again, I'm just lifting up. And you can do all this part ahead for most of these. Just go ahead and get your tabs folded in and taped and burnished and all that. Okay. That's going to go like that. This is going to go here, but we're going to put this pocket down first. And I cut this, how big? 5 by 5 1/4. So I need the 5 1/4 side. Okay, so this is, we're going to, hang on. Okay, so you're going to put your 5 1/4 across the top. And then you're going to take your tool, whatever you like to use. I have these linked down below, but you can use whatever you like. And we're going to do a 1/2 inch. So this is 5 1/4, so 1/2 inch is going to be 4 3/4. Okay, and then you're going to turn it and 1/2 inch. Oops, that's, I think, not all the way over. It can be tricky to do vellum because it wants to curl up on you. Let's see. I think before I do anything else, I just want to check this. I think it's going to be fine. It looks a little bit wide, but I think when we get it folded over, it'll be fine. We are going to trim. And I think we are going to tear the top. So let me just fold over the bottom. And I'm going to fold one side. Because once you fold vellum, it really just stays folded. You can see how crisp that folded. I just want to do another fit test on this. See that? I feel like it's going to be a hair wide. So I think I'm just going to give this, I'd rather have it be a hair narrow than a hair wide. So I just tugged that over a tiny bit more. Let's see. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. And then I do want to tear this. I like a torn edge on a vellum pocket. And we're just going to trim these corners. Okay. And let's see, I want the bottom to be on the outside. Like that. And then, I'm looking for my inking tool. Here it is. I don't want to do, I'm not inking much of anything, and I'm not even going to, yeah, I'm going to have to. I was going to say I'm not even going to dip it in the ink, but it's very dry because I haven't crafted in about a month. So I'm just going to ink this just lightly because I don't want this album to look vintage or anything like I sometimes do. Okay, now we need tape. I hope you can't hear that dishwasher going in the background. I have got the world's noisiest dishwasher. And I had just put a really nice quiet one in my old house when I moved, but the last thing I want to spend money on is a dishwasher. Not to mention, from what I understand, getting appliances right now is kind of hit or miss. Sorry, I keep pulling everything to me. I'm trying to get better about it. Alright, and we are just going to put this at the bottom. So you're going to have the opening of this pocket on the right side and this at the bottom. And I am going to go there, but I'm going to turn it this way. It's just easier for me to do it this way. I don't know why, but it is. So I'm just going to line up my corner right there. And that looks good. So for the last 2 weeks, if you watch my channel, you know that I typically get up extremely early in the morning, go to work pretty early, and then I'm done pretty early. That's one reason I can get quite a bit of crafting done typically. But for the last 2 weeks, I've been doing kind of a traditional 9 to 5:30 sort of schedule, and that looks good. And this is going to be in there. But tomorrow, I'm going back to my regular schedule, which I'm kind of looking forward to. And this is, sometimes you need to wiggle to get it all the way in. Here we go. And I think what I'm going to do is just, I'm not going to try to glue this whole thing and then slide it in. It doesn't need to be that way. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Anyway, so tomorrow I'm back to my, this is today's Sunday. So tomorrow I'm back to my schedule. The only thing about it is now that we're getting deep into spring and approaching summer is, that's still wet? That's still wet. Some days when I go to sleep, it's still light out. But I'm getting up at 4 a.m. and I want to get a full night's rest. I have no choice. Okay, so we're going to put this one here. Make sure we have our opening on the correct side, and we do. What did I do with that little yellow ruler? Here it is. I think that works. Okay. I'm just, you know, I know how, and I keep telling you that, guys, this so you know it too, but you know how much you cut things. You know what the measurements are. You know what it should be. But by the time you cut things and fold things and trim things, it may not be that exact size. So don't operate on the assumption that something is the size that it's supposed to be. Measure it. And I know for a fact that anything I've done that's supposed to be 6 inches is not going to be 6 inches. Because my paper trimmer has a big old gap right at the 6-inch mark. Did I put these? No, I didn't. Okay. So anyway, so the moral of that story is, measure even when you think you know how big a thing is. Or check fit even when you think you know how big a thing is. That looks a little bit crooked after I just gave you a whole thing about measuring. I think it's okay though. It's not crooked enough, I think, to be a real problem. Let me see. How's that look on camera? Looks okay. I think it's okay. Okay. So we have that and that. And then the next one is, so this one is here. The next one is here. And we're going to do something very, very similar. But instead of doing a vellum pocket here, we're going to do a vellum pocket that goes that way. So they'll make a nice pair. And that is going to be 3, 4, 5. Alright, so for that we're going to need a new base and a background. And I'm going to use that one. Yeah, that one. Pink one, I think. And there's our pocket. We're going to do this cute ABC. Let me just double check if I want pink. Yeah, pink. And then this will be our vertical pocket. We'll do this. We'll be halfway through. At least with the pages. We still have a lot of assembly and inserts and stuff to go. And you can make this same exact album in the blue if you prefer blue for your child. The pattern paper will be the same. It's the same. It's just you'll choose the blue instead of the pink. This is wet, so I don't really want to use it, but I had quite a bit of seepage right there. Okay. going to go there, and that's going to be our pocket. So let's go ahead and score for our pocket. So this one, we're going to do a 1/2 inch. You want to be very gentle when you're scoring vellum. You can go right through it very easily. Cool. For time. Okay. I think this is going to be, what is this? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be 5. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to stop after this one. I think we'll do 5 and 6. That way we'll be halfway done. And then in the next video we'll do the other 6. Because there's 12. Trim our corners. Oh, I should have tested that for fit. Well, I can still fix it if it's too long. I think it's going to be okay. Okay. We are going to want to tear it. I think might as well tear it first. How wide is that? I don't need to tear too much. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I want to tear a little bit more up here. There we go. That's going to be good. Don't like that little peak though. Now I'm getting fussy. Okay, there we go. And I'm just going to go with whatever ink is left on this rather than make it too dark. Okay. Just going to fold that over. I'm going to double check my length just in case I need to fold that a little more, but I think it's fine. Oh my gosh, that dishwasher, I'm sorry. And I think I need to trim a little bit more off the corners. After you rip it, you usually do. This, okay, let me double check. Where am I at? This is going to be here, so we want the opening. Did I put the opening on that on the wrong side? I did. Shoot, this should have faced that way. Should it? Hang on. 1, 2, that's 3. And that has the opening there. Yep, that opening should have faced that way. Nothing I can do about it. Is the way it is. It'll be fine. It's just for ease of getting things in and out of the pocket. All right, so when you make yours, make sure your opening is facing that way. Okay, this is going to go here. Actually, hang on. This is put down with tape. I can get that off. before I go any further. I have the opportunity to fix that, so I might as well take it. Oops, drop that. Okay, so this will end up facing the other way. No, it's fine the way it is, but this I want to turn around. No. What am I going to do? I'm going to take this off. Okay, here's how I'm going to fix my mistake. I'm going to take this off. Oh, but what about my backgrounds? Ugh, that's not going to look good on there. No, I can't fix that. What I was thinking is I'll take this off, put it here, and then put this one here, but they won't look good. So we're just going to leave it. You put yours facing the right way. Mine will be fine. I did that in Alice too. I had one or two facing the wrong way, and they're fine. Okay, so that's going to go there. That's going to go there. So let's go ahead and do that. So I am just... that up so I could see it. Oh, that looks a little long. It's okay though. It's fine. There. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. This is going to go in here. That is so cute. And then we are just going to glue that down. And then put it there. So let's go ahead and glue this. Okay. This is going to go here. And just kind of playing with where I want to put it because I don't want to cover those mice. I feel like I'm putting them a little too far to the left, but I'm okay with that because that gives you just that little bit more room to get things in and out of that pocket. Cute. Okay, so that goes there next to that one. So these will be in the book. These will be a pair. Cute. All right, and then so that was 5, and now I need 6, and I can't remember what 6 is. I have my envelope. Oh, I remember what it is. Okay. So remember we cut those 2 squares into triangles? We're going to use the other 2 pieces here. And I think we'll put that one and that one like that. Or my other option is that way. Nope, I like what I had. All right, so let's put this one down first. And I need to double check that I'm putting this right side up. Okay. And that's the top. Okay. Ooh, big old thing of glue. It's a little low. See if I can slide it up a little. Okay. Cat here. I had Holly up here earlier, which you don't get to see her very often because when Jolly comes up, she stays for a little bit and then she leaves. Holly, on the other hand, does not want to leave. So a lot of times when she comes up, I end up just giving up and just waiting for her to give up and decide what else she wants to do. And that may take an hour. Okay, so this is a little crooked. I'm looking at this mat and I feel like it's cut a little crooked. I need to trim it a little bit. And this one, I feel like I didn't burnish it down well. It has some bubbles. That's better. Okay, so that is going to go there. That's better. All right, my camera stopped recording and I'm not sure when. So let me do a quick. All right, so we made this pocket, same as that one. Put a vertical vellum pocket here. Opening is to the right, and attached it down. So that was easy. And then here we used our leftover pieces of mat from earlier where we cut the triangles. Put that down. Then I have another pocket. This pocket is going to open to the left. And I have put, you'll find your measurements for these flaps in the cutting guide. I have a short one and a tall one. I just matched them up right at the top, layered them one on top of the other, and then glued them at the top of this pocket. And now I am attaching magnets, and I've put them right here. So I don't know how much of that you saw and how much you missed. I've got to remember to keep an eye on that. Okay. So I'm just attaching a magnet here. Okay. And I think this magnet, yeah, this is going to be fine. So I'm going to do a second magnet. Just need a scrap. Just need to be careful that this one doesn't run up against that flap, and I think it's going to a little bit, so, but we'll figure it out. Okay. And I think I can just slide that out. There we go. Okay. Why did I pull that off? Oh, go back. Okay, I'm just going to cover that for the moment. Okay, so now I have this one. It's going to go on the front of this pocket. Making sure I've got it in the right spot. Hang on. Yeah. Make sure I have my opening going in the correct direction. So that's going to go there. And I didn't choose any mats for the insides of these flaps. Again, I figured I'll find some sort of solid that goes if I need it, or, you know, when I get to the end, I'll see what I have left that I can use. That's going there. Then I've got this one, and I don't know if I want to use the pattern with the little frame and the cat. I think I do. That was what I planned. But the stripe would have been cute too. That is going there. Get that reasonably straight. Oh, dropped it. Okay. And then this one is going here. Down crooked. That's okay. That is cute. And that is going there. Flap is a little long, but that's okay. All right. Just eyeballing that one. That is really cute. Okay, so we have got half of the pages done. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so next time we are going to do the other 6 pages, and we may even get them into the book. We shall see. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and as I said, we'll finish the other 6 pages. Now, this is a project for Scrap and Create, and get all your supplies there. We'll have a link down below. There is a link down below for the free cutting guide for this project, as well as to my Amazon, which is a list of things that I use all the time. And I get a little commission if you click there. It doesn't cost you anymore. Also, my Patreon is down there. whatever. There's all kinds of stuff down there. But the main thing for you to remember is the link to get your supplies and the link to get your free cutting guide. So that is that. I will see you next time, and we will keep going. Thanks for watching. Bye.